Good morning, everyone. Just getting started a bit late here, dumb money day trading. Wow! Just loading up the charts here. We got the SPY. A little bit of a drop off on Friday, trying to curl up this morning. Let's review TQQQs. The same chart pattern, dropping off from Friday's highs, starting off low, bouncing off this yellow line, curling back up. BTC. Nope. What's going on here? Okay, BTC nice bounce last night, moving on up. Load our favorite friends. GameStop super sparse. Look at this. Can't even form real candles here. Very, very low volume. That's what we like to see right before a breakout. Also in game, if you guys own shares, make sure you vote. I will be voting as soon as I get my proxy information, which should be sometime this week. I'm thinking either today or tomorrow I should be getting an email from my brokerages there asking me to vote. Tesla, where are my fibs? Seems like my fibs did not save. Let's pull these fibs over. We need to. There we go. That's better. As we see Tesla approaching the fibs, I like the look of Tesla. I'm just scared of the market right now. Super frothy. And if game moves the way we think it will, it'll trigger a sell-off in the markets there. So I'll just be day trading Tesla. Tesla setup right now, looking really good, as you guys saw. QS gapping up this morning, going nuts. QS might be a nice play. Take a look at Square. Square also at the 150 mark. Okay. I like Tesla, kind of like a cup and handle type of setup. If we break this line here, 143, we can see a move upward today. It is earnings later today, so that should be some good news for Tesla. We've got about a minute for the market to open. Let's get started, guys. Everyone is expecting an earnings beat from Tesla, so let's see if that happens today. Let me pull open the SPY. In general, we like to just kind of sit here, wait for the market to tell us what direction it wants to move in before we make a decision. So just be patient with your entries, guys. You can make a lot of good money, as you've seen during the week, right? I think my lowest day was about 54%. My highest day was Friday, which was 178%. But yeah, just practicing being patient. A little bit of a sell-off on the SPY. Tesla, nice little pump here. Just being very patient. I want a direction before I hop in. I actually had one Tesla call that I held. Interesting. So that Tesla call is now up 90%. I'll take it. QS dropping off. Gain. Quick drop off here. I'm going to make a small purchase as we touch that line. So that yellow line I'm making a play off of. Right now, the premiums are pretty expensive. I think once the price kind of settles and has a direction, that should give us a better pricing. So just trying to buy 250 calls May 21st. I'm probably going to start stacking out in June, just because June is a shareholders meeting, and if we are going to have a share recall, it's going to happen sometime out then. The SPY moving up. SPY holding strong. TQs. TQs broke above this line here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy some calls on the TQ this morning. Seems like a fairly optimistic Monday. Let me take a look at the SPY. The SPY looks like it wants to move. So let me buy it on the SPY actually. SPY looking stronger than the TQs right now. Buy a 418 call. Just trying to see here if we get a pullback down to this blue line. Just be patient. I'm gonna wait for proper entry points either down here on the orange on a pullback or a pullback to the blue. TQs coming down here. Not going to make an entry right now. The markets are a little bit frothy. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to take profit on Tesla. 81% up. Down from 90. Woo! Tesla spike. I like it. But we do have a lower low there. SPY pushing. Okay, so what I like here is the TQs are bouncing off that blue line. So I'm going to buy a call on the TQs. 109. Let's see what I can get. 110. Okay, I'll buy 3 calls. 110 strike. Just waiting here. Some weakness, some tailing wicks off the top, canceling that order. What I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to sell my Tesla calls. Boom. Sold. 81% profit holding over the weekend. and then I'll look for opportunities today. Game is running right now. As I mentioned in my email there, game FTDs, right, failed to delivers. T plus 21 is today or tomorrow, and always we get a run in game after a dip in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin just took a massive dump, and so we might get a run in GameStop today or tomorrow. I'm gonna try to buy a 180 strike on game out in June. I'm gonna see if I can get a really good entry. So just watching the markets here. Tesla still tailing wicks off the top, but we are consolidating above this line here. We do have a confluence of 3 support levels. I like it. But once again, right, in the mornings we always get a little pump and then a dump and then a run up the rest of the day. So I'm going to wait to enter on a dump. Looking for Tesla on the dump to come back down to here, 736. Or we might even come down here possibly to 705. Very, very slim chance just because we have a lot of pre-market pivots here, 26, 30, 30. So 730 is going to be a pretty good support. 730 is going to be my mark to try and get in. Buy a little bit here, 740 and then 730. SPY looks like it's trying to run. Let's buy some SPY. We got a tailing wick off the top. However, we are approaching that orange line and we don't have an immediate drop off yet, so that's what I like. How about 418 calls for today? I'll just buy 5. There we go, 418 strikes for today. The SPY putting in nice full candles here on the 5-minute. I like the look of this. Playing very near the tops. Let me zoom out to the 1 minute. We are getting some indecision, some selling off here near the tops of this as we approach this orange line. Not too scared. I like this consolidation right near this resistance level. I want to see the blue line catch up and then a spike upwards. TQ's fading out. If the SPY breaks this orange line, I'm going to add to my calls. Getting ready to buy. Woo! What is this? Tweezer top. We might get a little bit of a reversal here. If we don't bounce off this yellow, I'm exiting. About 4 minutes left on this candle. So everything right now taking a little bit of a dip. Game coming down, Tesla coming down to the blue. Very nice. I think we might break through this and come back down lower. This is kind of the FOMO pump into earnings today. We got earnings today. Let's hop into Tesla. That's kind of what this was. And then we're going to have some sell, some profit taking off the top because we did gap up from yesterday's close. Normally, we will see profit taking from a gap up. I like this look here in game, tailing wicks off the bottom. Still holding, not taking a position yet. I want to get as close to that close to that yellow line as possible before adding to my GameStop position. SPY, nice full candles on the 5 minute, trying to break this orange line. See what the TQs look like. TQs also right underneath the line here. SPY, new high of day. Adding to my position here on the SPY. If we break above that orange line, I want to see a break of 418. If we see a break of 418, I'm going to add a couple more calls. Tesla fighting back here. Nice bounce off the blue. Didn't even go down to the 30 level, which I thought it would. Watching here, I want to see 418 break. It's 417.92 right now. I want to see 418.01. Then I'm going to add to my SPY calls. TQ's pushing up as well. Very nice setup here in Bitcoin. Little false break above this line. This line I think was an all-time high. Let me zoom out, review what we're looking at. Actually, at all-time highs here at 418. What was this? Oh, this was a top acting as a resistance right now, and we are playing flat top breakout. This is more of a cup and handle. Actually, no. This is a double bottom. W. Boom. So this is a bullish technical kind of setup. See what's going on the 1 minute. A little bit of a pullback as we get near the top, to be expected. As long as we're above this blue line, I'm going to hold my position. Woo! TQ is pumping. So I think we're going to get a follow in the SPY. Today I believe the markets are probably going to pump just because there is a stress test today and this week from the DTCC, and so the higher the market, the more collateral hedge funds and banks will have, and so it'll be easier for them to pass the stress test. Nice move on the TQs. SPY is pulling us out to the 5 minute. Nice tailing wick off the bottom. Small tailing wick off the top, to be expected as we approach a resistance level. Game. So we have about 19 seconds left on this candle. It looks like we're going to close higher than the previous 5 minute candle, so I'm going to buy those calls right here for the SPY. Right, anytime we close above the last 5 minute candle, that's bullish. We only have 5 seconds left on this candle here. Looks like we're going to close either equal to or greater than, and we a little bit higher than this tip here, so I like that. Just added to my calls there on the SPY. So what I'm seeing here in GameStop is reverse spirit bomb, right? We have the blue line acting as a resistance. Every time we come close, we get pushed down, pushed down, pushed down, pushed down. And then so once we get down to this yellow line here, 148, I'm going to take larger position in game if we get down there. Otherwise, if we break above this blue, stay above this blue, then I'll take a position once this blue shows itself as a support. Game very low volume on this move. But we see volume dropping off, RSI pointing up, MACD pointing up, generally points to a run. So what I'm going to buy is weekly calls, much lower strike on game. I'm going to buy for a 150 strike. So I just bought 150 strike for this week, April 30th, as we start running. Just watching game, watching SPY. RSI pointing up, MACD pointing up, volume starting to pick up here. So once volume picks up with all these other indicators, it should spike upwards. Let's see if we get a move up to 160. Oh, and also to note, North Korea decided to join the fight against the shorts. So they call themselves ants in North America. We call ourselves apes. So apes and ants together. Let's see. So what I want to see now is game hold above this blue line, which is kind of around 151. Nice upward trend here on the TQs, continually bouncing off the blue. SPY still a ways away from the blue, but we are just hanging out underneath this orange line here. So we got the SPY pushing to this yellow line. Game looks like it's trying to push as well. So far made $1 on my SPY calls. Let's see that push. I made $7 on my game calls that I just bought. Let's see if volatility picks up this morning. Looks like it's trying to, but we're still very early in the morning. 9:50, getting stuck at 153, 154, and 153, both pre-market pivots, right? We have a pivot here and a pivot here on game. Tesla coming down, as I mentioned before. This green line around 7:30 would be your first in. Woo! Let's go, game. Game running. Let me pull game out to the 1 minute. Pump, consolidation, pump, consolidation, pump. SPY looks like we're fading out, so I'm gonna sell my calls here. So as game starts pumping, SPY is coming back down, getting rejected right off this orange line. Already sold as we caught that little bit of indecision here. see what GameStop looks like on the 5-minute. A little bit of a pullback. We have room down to 151.50. On the 1-minute here, this is our mark, 152. If it breaks below 152, I'll be getting out. Got my order ready to sell. So it looks like we're breaking. Ooh, there's that bounce. Let's see. Finger on the trigger. SPY coming down. No positions in the SPY currently. But that is a big drop off. I might take some puts. So on the SPY, if we break below this orange, this yellow line, I'll take some puts. Otherwise, I'll make a play off the bounce. Game holding the VWAP, which is probably the blue line. There we go on the 5-minute, bouncing right off the blue line. That's what we like. Pump consolidation back down to the blue, and then a bounce. Ooh, big drop off. So we have game moving up while the rest of the market is moving down. What's going on, Tesla? Tesla coming down. Also to note, there's very little shares to borrow to short, which is nice for a game currently. Seems like they've shorted as much as they could. The available shorts just went up. It was like 30,000. Now it's 350,000. So I think this pump here was short covering. The game looking a bit weak here. I'm going to get out of my position right now just because it is a short-term position. And then we'll try and catch a short-term position bounce off the yellow. SPY, not too sure of this bounce, so I'm going to hold, I'm going to wait. My brokerage is slowing down immensely, super laggy right now. So last time this happens, the lagginess there was before a game blew up. I'm going to try and get calls on game for 855, 150 strike. So if we come down here again, I should be able to pick those up. Game looks like it's trying to bounce. So we have the RSI slowly curling up. The MACD is still pretty bullish. Volume falling off. Tesla, 730 is going to be your first entry. Square coming down. QS coming down. Game. So most of the stocks I'm watching right now are looking pretty weak. We got the TQ coming down. TQ getting dropped off, right? So every time we hit this yellow, we come back down. Game looks like it wants to run. I just picked up a 215 for this weekend game. 215 call. A little bit out of the money, but if we run, we should hit $50 easily. That's pretty cheap, right? It was $1.75. I'll take it. And I have a stink order ready for a 150 call strike. Let's see what happens here. TQs keep on getting rejected off of the VWAP. SPY holding above the blue line. Just be really patient, putting in stink orders to pick up some calls down here, because we do have a little bit of an ascending support right now. SPY moving up. Ooh, nice little pump. Ooh. So let's see here. If SPY breaks above this level, I'll pick up some calls. So I'm going to wait for confirmation of a breakout. Otherwise, we're going to sit and we're just going to be patient. Getting ready to buy some SPY calls, but only if we break to new market highs. I want to break above this yellow line, above this orange line here. TQs broke above this resistance. SPY is still waiting to break above this resistance. Where Tesla looks like it wants to come down. Square looking good here. SPY looks like it wants to move. I'm going to buy. On the break, still waiting. Hasn't broken yet. Pretty much touched this orange line to the penny. That's some tailing wicks here off the top. But we are holding this resistance, which now became a support for us. Game coming down. Let's see if my stink order is filled. SPY looks pretty strong here. I'm buying. So on the SPY, we have an ascending support right here. Oh. Something like that, right? So we got pre-market into the open market. So we got TQ still holding strong. SPY. Oh, where's SPY? SPY. A little bit tailing wick off the top. But we are fighting to hold the high of the last 5-minute candle. So game holding the blue line really well. Look at this, continually bouncing off this blue line here. Curling off the top a bit. SPY looks like it wants to push, getting stuck here. Just give it some time to work. TQ is looking strong. Tesla coming down though. SPY, let's see. Break this orange line and run. So if we can break this orange line, we're most likely going to run past 418, 420 today. I mean 418.2. 418 is really the psychological spot to break. Oh, 418.01, there we go. Very, very low volume right now on game. Hey buddy, you having fun? Oh, you want to bring blanket to Kampa? Whoa, what is that? That's Thomas. Oh, elephant riding the train. Choo choo.
Ooh, elephant right here. Yeah. The elephant got a train.
I'm gonna add to my game position here, looking juicy. Looking juicy.
Come here. Catch up to me.
I'm gonna buy another 215 strike.
Put elephant here. Put elephant here. Put elephant here. Yeah.
So game has been holding this blue line for the past 20 minutes. Looking like it wants to trend upwards.
Okay, put elephant here. That's it. That's it. Okay, let's go.
SPY also looks like it's trying to push. Let's see if game can break 154. 154 is going to be the spot to break. Pre-market pivot right here. TQ's trying to form higher daily highs. SPY just did that. New daily high right now. 418.07.
You want anything back here? Yeah. And this now? Maybe here, yeah, and here. Okay? Let's go.
Game, nice full candles here. There's that pop. 154 is the mark to break. Woo! Ooh, there we go, there we go. Breaking 154. Let's go, GameStop. I'm liking it. Let's see if we're getting it. As I said before, normally T plus 21 days and a Bitcoin drop off leads to a run in game over the next following days. So today and tomorrow, hopefully this run continues, but that's the pattern over the past couple months in GameStop so far. New high of day, 155. There's only 40,000 shares of ETFs available to borrow, which is crazy. There's tons of ETFs out there. But for the ones that contain GameStop, there's only 40,000 available to short. So we know they're shorting huge this morning. SPY looking like it's trying to pump. Let's see it hold above this orange line over here. Check out our friend TQ. TQ is looking good. A little bit of consolidation near the top. Game just stuck under 155. $155 on the dot. Getting stuck there in game. Woo, there we go. 155.37. Game trying to push to new daily highs. Woo, there we go. Nice pump, nice pump. Let's go. Getting ready to get rid of my SPY calls if we drop below that orange line. Otherwise, my GameStop call is putting in work this morning. SPY, we have tweezer top forming, getting rid of my calls if we break that orange line, right? So that's going to be two confirmations of a reversal. Tweezer top plus a break of a support. It's time to get out. Let's see what happens when we GameStop. Let's go, GameStop. SPY is holding up. So I guess I'm not going to get those stink orders on GameStop that I was waiting for. I tried to buy the dip on game, but I got too conservative. Missed the run. Let's see if we can break 160 on game. Let's look for some resistances here. We're gonna have a resistance around 160. I would say probably this line here. Let me draw it in for us. Oh, we're just right there. So this level here is gonna be a resistance. Hopefully it acts as a new support for us. And then we're gonna have some resistance here in this zone, 164. Around 167. Probably this level here, 173. We'll pull back as we get to this orange line. So we got the SPY pushing, we have game, a little bit of a pullback. As long as we hold above this last 5 minutes, I'll stay in. 155.40 is my mark. If we break below 155, I'm getting out of the calls that I just bought this morning. Otherwise, those calls are up 35% now. A little bit of a pullback here in game. $155 is my stop out. Getting ready to sell. Actually, I'm going to sell here. Book some profits. So I made about 25% gain there. Would have been about 30, 35, 40 if I sold up here. Obviously, identify the top of the trend a little bit late. Ooh, square. Nice move off the bottom. So TQ's doing well, SPY doing well. Game, I'm going to wait for it to come down. Try to bounce off the blue, bounce off the yellow, one of these. and then I'll retake a position. So I'm gonna put in some stink orders on game, see if I can pick some up. But I think it looks like game is gonna try to run today. Could be wrong. But so far it's holding up right above this this ascending support that we built pre-market into the opening today. I'm gonna try to buy for 150 call strikes. Woo! Look at that tank. On the SPY, that was weird. Very huge sell-off. I'm gonna add to my calls here if I can, and then if we don't hold this level, I'll be getting out. I don't like that sell-off. I'm gonna get ready to sell. It looks like we're coming down. Got my hand on the trigger to sell here. My brokerage is getting very laggy. You know what happened last time this happened? Game was blowing through the roof. So I just added to my SPY calls on that bounce. Right now it looks like we're trying to bounce upwards. But this flash crash here, this is not something to laugh at. Flash crash happened last week. If you guys remember, made a ton of puts. So the market very volatile right now. There we go, we're getting a little bit of a bounce here. So we pretty much bounced right off the view up. That was an algorithm that picked up everything down here. Just playing technicals. But something sold us off very huge. Some sort of liquidation here. So I'm going to buy some game here. We've been holding for a nice little while. I'm by 150 strike. Actually, it's pretty pricey. I'm going to go for a 160 strike. Getting ready to sell my SPY. Getting a tailing wick off the top. Let's see if that acts as a resistance or a support now, that orange line. Let me flip us out to the 1 minute. Get some better price action here. So we're pretty much bouncing off the orange and the blue. I'm going to sell here. Getting out. SPY looks like it's coming down. I don't like that flash crash. That kind of spooked me. And now we have some resistances. Okay, just gonna hang out here with my game. So I just picked up an April 30th 160 strike. Let me see what the max pain is for this week. Max pain for this week is 150 actually. Okay. But last week, Max Payne was 160 and we did not close there. So let's see if we still follow Max Payne. A little bit of a flash crash and a rebuy. I don't trust this. Ooh, GQs. Tesla reverse spirit bomb right here being pushed down by the blue. Oh, Smash Kitchen sale ends today, babe. Or, what? Okay. Oh, never mind. Ends tomorrow, but I'll text you. We should probably put in an order today. Ooh, nice move. Nice move on game. So unless 5 breaks this previous high, it's bearish. This is just a little inside candle after this massive engulfing red. TQs are bullish though because we just broke the high this last 5 minutes. So market is moving pretty slowly right now, which is good. So that allows us to buy calls and puts actually a lot cheaper. Where you going, buddy? You play blankets? Spy looks like it wants to come down here, guys. Be careful. Hi. Yeah, sit down there. Very good. You can sit down there, Grandpa. You play blanket? Ooh, there's Grandpa. Hi, Grandpa. Wow, Grandpa got you your milk. Thank you, Grandpa. So let's see if this orange line acts as a resistance or as a support. Right now, it should be acting as a support, but if we break below, that's going to be bearish. I'll be taking some puts on the SPY. Let's see here. What do I want to buy as a put? 17. Yeah, I'll buy a put on 418. Getting ready to buy here. We break below. Oh, we just broke below, so I'm buying. So buying a put on the SPY. We have some curvature up here. We broke below. A little bit of a false breakdown, but this flash crash means that someone is trying to liquidate. It may trigger a whole bunch of other algorithms to liquidate as well, so we might see another flash crash. Taking a very, very small position on puts right now. We're seeing a lot of tailing wicks off the top on the TQs. Curvature in the 1 minute. so on the SPY, we break this blue line. Actually, we break this VWAP. I'm going to add to my puts just because we did bounce off the VWAP on the flash crash. So if we break this VWAP again and we come back down, that means there's no algos here buying for this level, which means we should fall for the rest of the day. So watching for this break of the VWAP, which is down here. So right now this orange line should act as a resistance just because we broke below, and so it's we're gonna have a hard time breaking back above. Oh, there we go, just back above as I said that. Let's see, a lot of back and forth here. Game looks like it's coming down a bit. Alright guys, so the time now is 10:28. I'm going to let you guys know what I'm looking for the rest of the day. So, SPY. If we break above this, it's going to be bullish. We might head up for the rest of the day. If we break below this VWAP, and especially this ascending support, which we drew from pre-market, right? So pre-market started off, we held that during the market open. So if we break below this VWAP and we break below this yellow line here, we might see a move back down to this orange line, which is pretty much 417. We have a pivot here, but remember guys, if I zoom out, this is where we're playing at right now. We have ascending support here, then we have the flat top breakout, but we failed to break this, right? So right now what we're looking at is more of a multiple top, right? Once, twice, 3 times. So we got a triple top here at 418. So this is a very, very hard area for us to break, but we do have a nice W here, which is pretty bullish, double bottom, but triple tops are bearish. So let's see what happens there. We are getting a pullback as we get to this orange line. Back to the 5-minute. Alright, so on TQs, I mean if the SPY drops, TQ is going to drop as well, but this is the line in the sand here, 409.25. If we break this orange line, we should see a move downwards to this yellow line, 408.11. Zooming out to the 1 hourly. What I'm scared of are these flash crashes, right? Boom, boom, and they've been happening pretty much every day. So you want to be careful here, guys. Someone is pumping up the market to just liquidate and sell and bank that money, right? So we don't want to get caught holding through this fake pump, and then they'll just dump it straight on us. Yeah, buddy. So watch for those pivot points, guys. On game, what am I looking at? It looks like a nice pump consolidation. As long as we hold above the VWAP and the blue, I'm comfortable holding my short-term calls. As long as we hold above this yellow, I'm comfortable holding my long-term calls. The game plan for GameStop is actually to collect calls and shares moving into the meeting, which is on June the 9th. I think we're going to get some pretty big announcements coming out on June 9th, and we might get a share recall as long as the votes come in way over 100%, which is, I think, what the execs of GameStop are looking for, just because in their filings they did ask us to vote as early as possible. So if you guys own GameStop shares, call your brokerages, get your proxy number, and go and get instructions on how to vote, actually, and go vote. There's a lot of phishing out there, right? So people are trying to create fake websites for you to vote on. So vote how your brokerages tells you to vote. Alright, that's it for me today, guys. This is Mitch from Dumb Money Day Trading, signing out for now. See you guys tomorrow bright and early between 9:15 and 9:20 as we do every trading day. Take care, guys. Have a good one.